This is the trilogy. Both guys have 1-1, and they both won by knockout. So.
Bordeaux is 4-1-1 with 1 knockout, and Quinones is 4-3 with all 4 wins by knockout. Ladies, gentlemen, girls, boys, girls, dogs, cats, birds. I don't know any more animals besides those. Welcome to the Slap Sheet, presented by In the Clinch. It's the best time of the year. Do you know why?
Why is that?
It's October 1st.
Mm-hmm.
The leaves are changing colors. I was going to wear a hoodie today in honor of the fact that summer is coming to a brisk end.
Women are dramatic.
Baseball is in the playoffs.
Tori told me she was freezing last night when we were outside. It was 76 degrees.
Football's getting into bye weeks.
And I said, "You're not freezing." And she said, "I'm freezing."
NHL starts in 8 days.
And she was like, "I'm freezing." And I was like, if you were shivering and shaking, I was like, "You might be chilly."
Yeah.
She said, "Well, I'm cold." I said, "You're not even cold." Anyway, yeah.
I just don't like her that much in general.
No, me neither.
Right.
Monday, football.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Champions League.
And MLB playoffs.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, kind of Friday, MLB playoffs, right?
Thursday night football.
Thursday night football, Saturday, college football, Sunday, NFL, and it starts over again on Monday.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's as good as it gets.
When
does basketball start up here?
8 days NHL starts, I think.
I mean, is Jason Tatum playing week 1?
Huh? It's a week, right?
And then the NBA is like a week after that.
NBA's I just say NBA is like Halloween. Yeah. We could talk about that for a second, I guess.
No.
It's a little incredible how well he's doing.
I've never seen
quick.
Injuries is a part of any sport. I never seen someone recover from anything of that magnitude like he's doing it right now.
But it seems to be that the more Achilles that are torn, the better everything's getting. So keep tearing them.
But it does seem like more Achilles are getting torn.
No, right. Well, they're just more explosive, you know what I mean? So today we're going to talk about Power Slap 14, which happened fucking 2 months ago now, basically. Jeez. Getting into Power Slap 15. We got 3 cards this month, right? 3?
Yep.
So not all of the fights have been, what's the word? Advertised? What's the word I'm looking for? Announced. There you go. Not all the fights have been announced for all the cards, so we're going to strictly focus on 14. Just a quick recap of that, and get into Power Slap 15. What you got, Bill?
Real quick, for round 1, they're going to announce there are going to be 12 events for Power Slap in 2026.
Yep.
I think that guy's perfect. Hopefully it's one a month is what I would think would be ideal, right?
Yeah, I mean...
They always kind of do every year. It seems like they might, end of, August, like August 30th, no September, and then October 1st and October 30th. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, they always do something like that. That's exactly what's happening right now with the pay-per-view thing, especially with who knows what he's doing with boxing.
What is there to do with boxing? Let's be honest.
You
just had the biggest fight pretty much you probably could have.
I think you literally tell people stop boxing.
The fight sucked.
Mm-hmm.
It was boring. The guy who I wanted to win won, and I still wasn't thrilled.
I mean, there's only
You know what the best part of that fight was? Eating a bunch of carne asada and drinking beer at Tori's house.
And watching Notre Dame.
Wasn't the best part because they lost.
Well, you know what I mean.
Right. But being around you guys,
Oh, God.
We had a lot of people there.
But, I mean, you just sat there for 12 rounds watching what you watched. And you were like, okay.
I'll be honest. If you told me you could watch a main event boxing match or a Power Slap card, I would pick the Power Slap card at this point.
Right.
The sport is way better. Imagine you said, damn, I missed out on Crawford and Canelo, and you went back and watched it, and you're like, I mean, I knew what I missed out on.
Let's say
2 retards jabbing for 12 rounds.
Let's say who's 2 big boxers that aren't.
Doesn't even jab.
Let's say Canelo Crawford, okay? Allegiant Stadium. I get you tickets. I get you 2 tickets. But I say you don't know anybody else on the card. Okay?
Right. And I have to pay for drinks and everything?
You would have to. All I get you is tickets.
Yeah, I'm not going.
But you have to go at the start of before. You have to get there before the main card starts.
Okay.
Would you go?
No.
I wouldn't go either.
I would not go.
I wouldn't go. Sit there for 3 hours just to watch that fight. I'd be fucking pissed.
I would honestly have been okay if I didn't actually watch any fight on that card, to be honest with you. I got home right before Crawford and Canelo. A minute into the first round, I woke up and there was 2 minutes left in the 10th round, and I turned my TV off.
Yeah, that boxing culture is just terrible right now. But that Power Slap, this is the exact opposite, because boxing is all about staying undefeated, going to decision, winning on the scorecard. The bigger name always wins on the scorecard, unless Crawford wins 10 rounds to 2, which essentially he did. And Power Slap is all about knocking the other guy the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or girl.
You got anything before we get into round 2 is where we talk about the recap, right? We haven't done this
our
in a
records
minute.
and our recap.
So round 1, anything else that we got? Any more announcements?
I would like to see 2 gay men in a couple power slap each other.
That would be pretty interesting.
And gay women.
Man, that gotta be all gay.
Like, you want all of them to be that, or?
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's get into round 2 then, I guess.
Highest domestic violence rate anyway, lesbians.
Yeah, no.
You know, the lowest?
Gays.
Aren't gays lesbians?
Nope.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, gay men.
Amen.
Yeah, they're classified differently.
It's because, yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, do either of you remember anything from Power Slap 14? Nice jersey, man.
No.
Didn't even get a name on the back?
It's been 3. Well,
Cheap.
who am I going to get?
She's cheap.
What name would I get from Atletico?
What do you mean? From who?
Atletico.
Oh, my God. I'm not doing this.
Madrid.
Well, our records
You
were...
would get somebody old.
Who? Name someone. I want you to name someone on the team right now that I should get.
Not right now.
Julian Alvarez, the Man City fucking player.
Nope.
I'm a Man United fan.
You should just put Balotelli's name on the back.
There's an American on Atletico. You don't. It's no one that you know.
Go ahead, Bill.
All 3 of us picked the same 4 fights, same 4 winners. And
Antoine Griezmann.
We went 2-2.
Yeah.
Bryce picked the first fight differently than us, and he went 3-1. So
He's got the knowledge.
Listen to the Power Slapper.
He called it, though. He said Godfrey's known for flinching, and we want to get into that first fight. And
Well, I have something even before that.
I do too, actually. So if you want to...
Not get into your first fight.
Yeah.
Well, I just have basic notes, but I don't remember specifics to, let's say. Emanuel Muniz. How do you say his name?
Muniz.
Muniz. I don't know. That doesn't...
That guy's a dog. He moved up for this fight.
Yes.
At middleweight. Yeah, I know exactly where you're going to
So for him, I have... It was a great match. I wasn't mad at the decision to give it to Rhodes. I had it 29-28 Rhodes, but I think I've said it on this show multiple times that Emanuel is one of my favorite power slap contestants. Are they called fighters? Like, what do we call it? What's the word?
Fighters.
Power slappers, I guess.
Yeah, call him something different.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Themselves.
So he's one of my favorite power slappers, but I did think Rhodes won that match.
I do too, but I had that Rhodes tucked into the slap in the first 2 rounds.
That's
Kinda
right.
Like
You're right.
that
I remember
type
that
of deal,
now.
And I'm like, okay, so...
That's why I think you got to go in there and you got to kind of have a knockout power hand because you don't want to go to a card on this, like the decision on this. You don't want to do that. It's just still so kind of shoddy. It's like early days UFC where it's like, what do we do with the wrestling? What do we do with this? It's like, what do you do with all these different technicalities within the power slap?
Well, it feels like almost like holding or carrying, and then holding in the NFL, carrying in the NBA, where it's like, well, we call it every time. Where it's like, is it a rule or is it not?
No,
a rule?
I think they should have it to like almost. We have the technology where the angle, your chin should have to be.
They should use the offside stuff,
That's what I mean.
like they do in soccer.
But the problem
I don't
is,
know why when it comes to judging and reffing in sports, it's not all AI. I'm not a big AI guy, but that's one where it's like you got to get it down to a real science.
Yeah, there was a couple bad calls in the Dodger game last night, and strikes and balls where you're just like, what the fuck?
They
are we
finally
doing?
implemented that for next year.
Right.
I think Muniz, though, was too small for middleweight.
Yeah, I just like the
He's
fact
lost-
he
he's
wants
lost-
to get paid, so
yeah.
he's just going to keep going out there.
And he's lost to Blackburn, I think, 3 times, the champion at welterweight.
Yeah.
So I get it. You want to move up and see, but maybe it's more of...
My conspiracy mind makes me think they want the refs and the judges there so that way they can rig shit.
Could be. I mean, it's not like
Donaghy says he has friends that still...
rigged games.
Because you know what I mean? Like, if you have AI, it's like, no, the better team's going to win, basically.
Or just, you're not going to, I mean, there was a lot of missed calls in the Dolphins game Monday night, too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's poor refing and poor judging is no longer going to be an aspect of the sport if you get just AI in here.
You know what's crazy is the amount of players getting caught, but it's like you're telling me there's not been one referee in all these years since Donaghy that's been caught doing shit.
It's true.
Like, come on.
Yeah, because they're not that smart. You know?
They don't make that much money either.
Right. They'd be the ones I would first be looking at.
Yeah.
Next match, we had Manu and Dwayne Crespo, which was a good match. There was a weight difference of about 150 pounds
Yeah,
since it was
super
heavyweights.
heavyweight matchup. Crespo is 260. Manu is 425.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
I give Crespo props. Maybe he just moved up to pick up a fight.
well, he
but
lasted 3 rounds, but
Yeah.
then got knocked out. But yeah, if a guy that's 400 pounds is hitting your 270-pound face multiple times and you don't have the fucking concrete jaw, you did get 3 shots to put him down. but-
Heavyweight's up to 265.
Yeah.
If I'm even like in the 230 range, I'm trying to cut down to 205.
Right.
I don't want no 30 25, 40 pound advantage on me. I definitely don't want 160 fucking
Well,
pounds.
especially, I think some guys are 285 and they cut down to 265. So
That's what I would do.
if you're just walking around at 235 and a guy 285 hitting you, there's 50 pounds right there.
Right.
You could look at someone's body and be like, listen, you can get down to 205, or you could 265 is probably. But then again, if you have a lot of power, like Alex, like if you're like an Alex Pereira type, and it's like you could be at heavyweight. Just you have to be that type of guy. You also have to understand you're taking a shot from a dude that's 265. So
Yeah, but that's bigger issue of
a lot has to play into that.
Yeah, because do you think Alex is more susceptible to a knockout at middleweight because he's cutting the weight, or at heavyweight because the guys are bigger?
depends on who he's fighting. Tom Aspinall then heavyweight.
Okay.
But
I would
Tom
disagree.
Aspinall wouldn't even go in there for that. Tom Aspinall said he would fully sprint across the stage and spear him into the floor.
As you should.
Which is like, this guy's now taller than you, stronger than you, bigger than you. And if you're carrying that much weight, he's probably faster than you because he's used to this weight, carrying this weight. You're not. Like, he would be more susceptible to you're getting taken down in 30 seconds and you're not getting up than he would to be getting knocked out. Like Derek Lewis, like who do you think is more likely to knock him out? A middleweight, if he went down and fought, that's not Izzy, even Izzy now, or Derek Lewis.
Well, I would say Dreykus maybe just because this is a different show we're talking anyway, but I was more saying, I think.
But turning it in Clinch where we do evaluate Alex Pereira.
You know
Right.
what? Yeah, we'll talk about it on that episode.
He's
Zakir
fighting.
and Cooper Housley. Zakir actually had a clean slap in the first round. They both had really good slaps, and Zakir got the knockout in round 1, so congrats on that.
It felt more that they counted it clean, but it's like I could see it being called a club as well.
Yeah, I mean, just from what I see on the rules, but at the same time, I mean,
That one's
I
more-
wasn't.
It's not as egregious as he's done in the past.
Yeah, I wasn't upset with it at all, but I mean, he's on this next card, right?
It was a lot more of a swing than his last one.
100%. Aaron Turner and Ro Montana. Turner flinched in round 1, but ate both shots. Turner ends up winning by unanimous decision. It didn't seem to me like Ro had the power for heavyweight, like we kind of talked about.
No.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Turner's a tall dude too.
Long.
6'7".
7.
Yeah,
that's a big motherfucker.
It's hard to swing at that.
He had to be a tackle somewhere or something, right?
And then, were we talking? Is this the first main card fight where Bryce picked Godfrey?
Bryce picked Godfrey, but he said their last fight, Koa was complaining because Godfrey was pulling away, and then sure enough, in the first round, this guy Godfrey egregiously went from like, let's say, 45-degree angle to straight up.
90, yeah.
And they didn't call it a flinch at all. And then the other guy flinches, Koa flinches, and then they call it and he lost the point. And then Godfrey got to go again and knocked him out. So it's just like, it seems a bit inconsistent there. Because Bryce says Godfrey doesn't get hit clean, and you can see why. He does like a little last second pull back, and it was like the fingertips hit his jaw.
Yeah, in that match too, because there was a flinch that I saw in round 1 that wasn't called. And then Koa flinched, and they called it on him, which I felt like kind of fucked him. Then he gets knocked out bad with his second slap. But not only because I picked Koa, but I also felt like just for the integrity of the sport, you have to call flinching. I feel like there has to be some sort of... It's hard to say even if you move one little bit, because obviously you're going to move, but if I have a target set up,
Right.
and then I swing, and you move, it's not my fault that I missed the target.
The ref should almost tell you, like when you set up and you get ready, if the ref says that's not allowed what you're doing right now, you should be in a position where you just have to sit there, close your eyes.
They should blindfold you and not count out loud.
That's kind of what I was about to say, was not count out loud, so that way it's just like you're taking it as it comes.
Right, because
Be braced the whole time.
Godfrey for sure flinched in the first round. They didn't call it. Koa flinched. They did call it, and he gets knocked out.
Or you got to call every and anything. Like this, that, whatever, this, like you just got to call it.
Yeah, like unless you stand there and just like, because even like if you brace, that's okay, but I feel like anytime you like, even if you just turn or like any sort of thing, they're going to hit you somewhere where they're not intending to hit you.
Some people can just they get rocked. Like especially the girls, like a lot of those girls get rocked and they don't flinch at all. They don't hit, they move.
Yeah, the girls tend to flinch a lot less.
Yeah. And they'll take the hits.
Next fight, I did bet on Cathey, however you say his name. He flinched in round 1, then gets knocked the fuck out. His head was stuck on the canvas thing.
Not good.
But Turpin was just he's just way too hyped up for me.
Well, this is the thing, Cathey is a light heavyweight, as is Turpin. And Cathey is if you look at his record, it's solid at light heavyweight. Turpin missed weight, so then they end up fighting at a catch weight, and Turpin gets to weigh like 230, 235 pounds, 240, and so it's like, so you can just miss weight, and then this guy
I should have never bet on that fight. But yeah, he's just too hyped for me. I think just with the show when we watched Road to,
you can tell he's trying to be a pro wrestler there, make a name for himself, country boy type of thing. Like, that's cool.
It's just a lot.
But you can't miss weight. Like, this guy's clearly a heavyweight that can't get down to light heavyweight, fighting a light heavyweight, and then you're hyped up. It's like, you're unprofessional.
Right. I would really love to see him fight Bryce. That would be, if I could make a fight, that would be the fight. Robert Trujillo, who is probably my favorite power slapper besides Bryce, him and Dakota McGregor, I could watch those two fight.
Yeah, they should
100
They
times.
probably should just do that.
The problem is McGregor would not win one of those 100.
He's just a great power slapper. Like, this guy, almost like a guy that's kind of like
got it figured out. He just
what's
made
the word I want to look for? Where he's like the pioneer of the sport.
Yeah, natural.
Where they're gonna look back at like Pistol Pete Maravich, like that guy could actually maybe play in the fucking 90s and 2000s when he, even today when he was playing in the 60s. It's kind of what they'll maybe if this sport progresses into what the UFC is 30 years later, look back at that guy and go, he actually had it figured out way before everyone else.
Like John Jones at 21 years old.
Yeah.
Where it's like this.
No,
John
he's
Jones came
just
in at
good.
the end of the beginning, and then now at the
beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
But Trujillo is fantastic.
I didn't know that Trujillo, I noticed, he takes a big exhale before taking the slap.
Yeah, that's what I'm. He's
like, that's
and every single, and that's the hard part is because we watched this a month and a half ago. But I was watching him, and I'm like, the way he takes the slap is fantastic. He doesn't flinch whatsoever when he's slapping. He just looks clean doing it. He lands his shots right on. Unless the guy flinches, he lands his shot on the spot.
I've been out here before the second slap. So second round, McGregor was shaking, standing up there.
Yeah, you could tell he was fighting. And that's, he's a dog for fighting that through, but he won't ever beat him unless he knocks him out with his first shot, which I don't see happening because Trujillo is eating those shots. Like, I think that guy could hit him with a fucking hammer and he wouldn't knock him out.
There's some people that have chins like that. That feels like a true weapon in this sport. When there's those, like a Max Holloway, if he was in this sport, it's like, what are you gonna do when you can't take this guy out?
Yeah.
But round 3 KO by Trujillo, and then he obviously that was for a belt. He retained his belt, and then the last fight, Damien Dibbell knocked out Wesley Mena in round 2. Both had solid slaps in round 1.
They did,
but
Mena, I felt like they called a flinch for him in round 1.
Yeah,
but I get it.
It's just hard because you have to get slapped again, but at the same token, we have to understand that slapper might be affected by the fact that you flinched.
Yeah.
But pretty much, and I think I would probably say, if I had to guess, 80% of the time, if somebody takes a second slap, they're getting knocked the fuck out.
Right.
And that was Power Slap 14. Anything else on that card before we move on to round 3 and Power Slap 15?
I'm good.
Good, Dan?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we were gone for a month. Finally got another card here. We'll be in Las Vegas the night before the UFC card, which will be Pereira Ankalaev. We're going to pick the main card, which happens to be 4 fights. Before we get into that, Bill, what's the records once again for Power Slap 14 and for the entire year?
So Power Slap 14, all 3 of us went 2-2. Bryce went 3-1. For the year, so Bryce is 3-1. Eric, you're 8-5. Danny and I are 9-4.
Gotta catch
Come
up,
on.
man. Gotta catch
I
up.
think Danny and I have picked everything the same, and Eric, you've only picked one fight different than us.
Right.
That was the difference maker.
For Power Slap 15, do you have anything before we get into this card?
No, should I?
I don't know. Should you?
Fucking staring at me like I should.
I think Ellie Dempster is fighting on the prelim.
Oh, really?
Just
See, that's the type of information I'm looking for you to bring to the show maybe once in a while.
Ellie the Belly.
So first slap fight, we do have a women's fight, 145 pounders. Jackie, Cataline,
Catalina wine mixer.
Cataline, whatever you want to call her,
That should be her nickname.
and Abby Montes are going at it.
1-3 record, and the most recent 2 being by disqualification both ways is interesting.
Right. Damn.
Sheesh.
Both 5'6". Jackie's 35.
I'm gonna go with the younger fighter.
Abby's
on this
25 and won the coin toss. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna have to go with Abby
in the
on
debut,
merit.
and you gotta kind of just
Abby
look
has
at.
an extensive MMA and boxing.
I was gonna
background
say
as well.
you gotta look at certain people and think who's a fighter here, and Abby has that look to her.
Abby on her Tapology, there was no power slap fights, but I could have screenshotted, like I did for here, a bunch of MMA fights.
Yeah.
It's like, she has a solid...
She looks kind of pretty.
You are fucking sick in the head.
I mean, like, the other girl does not look... Like she looks kind of manly. We'll see you tomorrow night. Or Friday night.
I'm a big fan of Ellie.
So I got Abby. Who you got? Abby? Bill?
Yeah.
Abby.
So everyone's just going to pick the same fucking thing, huh? Why don't you guys grow up?
Okay.
Next fight's going to be at the heavyweight division. Nate Burnard is going to be fighting Aaron Turner. This is the number 2 versus number 7 matchup. Nate Burnard comes in at 2-3, both wins by knockout. Aaron Turner 2-1 with only 1 win by knockout. This is what we were talking about, the big fucker. Aaron is 6'7", 28 years old. Nate 6'4", 26 years old, and he happened to win the coin toss. Bill, we'll start off with you. What do you think about this fight, and who are you going with?
It's weird that Bernard's the number 2 heavyweight, considering the fact he's lost 3 in a row.
Right, that to me...
This is where
something's going on.
This is getting funky, you know?
Yeah, this is a little... Maybe they don't... I don't know, the website's not really updated either, but...
Turner's 2-1, and his one loss was like he fully whiffed on his last slap. It was a little funky. We just went over the Ro Montana fight. I like Turner. I think he's consistently fighting too. I mean, this guy was on power slap 10, 12, 14, now 15. I'm going to go with Turner.
They were supposed
and
to
he had
fight,
2 canceled bouts in
canceled.
between that I'm assuming were he's fought on 10, 12, 14. I'm assuming 11 and 13 both got canceled.
Right.
It looked like, actually, so he's supposed to fight Seekman on March 7th on 12, and then Wesley Mena stepped in, and that's when he got the majority decision.
Yeah, and then
And
he was
Mena
supposed to
just
fight
fought
Nate
for the-
Bernard, it looked like.
Yeah, they were supposed to fight each other on 14. So he's taken, it looks like, 2 short fight notice fights. And I'm going to go with Turner as well. I think just he could take a hit, and he's...
It's big enough. The other guys got knocked out, and this guy's a big fucker. So
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because I want to... I mean, so I'm only 1 fight off. We got 3 cards this month, so I'm going to take Turner as well. Co-main event here, another guy in Stevie Ray Ellis, only 1 power slap fight, 32 years old, 5'11". He did win the coin toss. Austin Turpin, 5-2 with 4 knockouts, 6 feet tall, 28 years old.
both of his losses, he's got his lick back on too with knockouts.
Yeah.
Here's some background, though. So they haven't weighed in yet. Turpin, as I said, last fight against Cathey, he missed weight. And Stevie Ray Ellis is actually a middleweight. He fought on road to the title season 3, Bryce's season, at 185, and he won because of 2 flinches, so disqualification.
Yeah, I'm big on Turpin then.
Turpin does have that little kind of curveball swing, too.
Yeah, it's
That's
weird.
nice.
Doesn't look like it would hit you very hard. I'm not saying it wouldn't, but it just doesn't look like it.
It's
Kind of like...
It's like a...
It's kind of
when you first learn how
soft.
to golf, though.
Yeah.
Like, just let the club do the work, and it's like, oh, this could go farther than me trying to force it. So
Yeah.
maybe it's that when you're that big.
You're both picking Turpin?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the other guy. I won't ever pick this dude.
All right.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Maybe I'll get over it at some point, but I just can't do it yet.
I hear you.
And then the main event, the 185 titles on the line, a bout that we have seen before.
I like this.
Brandon
I like
Bordeaux,
this too.
what's his name? The Butcher. Brandon the Butcher
He's
Bordeaux.
the coach that we love.
Yes,
They
this
were
guy's
coaches on the
locked in.
last one, both of them.
And then Isaiah Quinones.
This is the trilogy. Both guys have 1-1, and they both won by knockout. So.
Bordeaux is 4-1-1 with 1 knockout, and Quinones is 4-3 with all 4 wins by knockout. 6'1", a little height advantage for Bordeaux, 30 years old. 5'11" for Quinones, 32 years old, and he did win the coin toss.
I remember this. I think Bordeaux 8-1 in their last fight, and then he got it the return, and he knocked him the fuck out, and he was fucking screaming, all that. Yeah, I like Bordeaux.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bordeaux again as well to get it done. I think from what I remember, it looked like Quinones' chin doesn't seem to
Doesn't
be
hold up too much.
as well as Bordeaux's will. Even though he does get to slap first, I do think that is a big
I
factor.
want to say he slapped first, hit Bordeaux. Bordeaux ate it, knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah. Regardless, I like Bordeaux. I think he's going to get it done, retain his belt, and then let's get some fresh meat at 185,
Yeah,
after that.
I hear you.
Bill, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go Bordeaux, too. Just strictly, everything you guys said.
So
Right.
you guys pick the same for each. I'm just against Turpin.
Yep.
All right, well, you guys have anything else for Power Slap before we move on?
No.
Bill?
Good.
Well, tune in.
In the clinch.
Tune in to In the Clinch. We're going to get that going shortly. Big UFC card this weekend. This card's going to be big. They got 2 more in October. I feel like we're going to get some good announcements for some future October cards, and hopefully have a little bit of what's the word? Like, we're not taking so much time off after October. A little bit of consistency through November.
I was going to say
December.
consistency, but
Yeah, November, December.
more activity.
Right, more activity. Because I actually really do enjoy watching these cards. I genuinely, I think since we started doing the show, I've watched every fight on every card. That has been, the live events. The hard part is when they took all of September off. This isn't the type of sport where you're like, there's not smaller events or whatever the case is. So, yeah, we'll be back for Power Slap 16, Recap 15. What is that, 2 weeks away? Is that one? It's got to be every 2 weeks, right?
Because Power Slap 16.
Yeah, there's only 4 weeks in a month, 52 weeks in a year.
Good job.
Right.
Power Slap 16 is on the 24th.
Oh, so it's 3 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next week right after that is
And then Power Slap 17 is
the next week. It's
the next
Halloween.
week, on Halloween.
Interesting.
Should they dress up in costumes for the Halloween event, do you think?
Jeez, the fight night after Halloween is horrific.
What do you think about my idea?
What?
They dress up in Halloween costumes.
I love that.
And the UFC fighters do too.
Especially the chicks.
So 24th is
Okay.
in UAE,
I think they're both in the UAE.
and 17 is in Saudi Arabia.
Is that not the same place?
Nope.
I would,
Those are 2 different countries.
yes,
But I
Okay.
get what you mean.
probably the same.
Like,
I'm sure they hold similar values.
got it.
What values?
Any
Muslim ones.
Okay. Well, that's probably fair without knowing anything
Probably
about
the
you.
best thing I could have said.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, before he says anything else, let's get out of here. We'll see you before Power Slap 16. We'll recap Power Slap 15. And let's just hope Austin Turpin either humbles himself or gets humbled.